So since the Easter holidays threw me way back on my schedule, here's a double episode review, and I got lots to report after the breakdown of episode 6. Casey and the team are beaten down after the lead of the abducted rest girls had gone nowhere. On top of all of that, Miles has to bring the bad news of one of the girls murdered to their family. Meanwhile, Andrea and Belle find another lead pointing towards the Iron Sentinels. Those are a violent biker gang operating in and outside Montana. Apparently, the bikers plan to traffic the girls at a chapter meetup. Belle slips back in an old undercover persona she made up and infiltrates the gang. And at the end of the episode, the Marshals rescue the girls and Casey has a change of heart and attends Monica's memorial service. Man, I gotta say I'm really surprised. I went into this episode with few expectations, just like every week. Sure, the series got a lot better with each new episode so far, and even the viewership is way up. But this week, they really hit the nail on the head. The characters got some depth, especially Miles, Casey, and Tate, who most of the time come off a little wooden and generic. This time around, they're hitting all the right notes. The story, just like last episode, was gripping, and even some blood effects was put in there. So bloodthirsty fans like me didn't have to guess if the bad guys just died of natural causes, which I really appreciate. And even the humor is on point. Actually, let me explain that one real quick. If you guys watched Yellowstone, some of you maybe watched Sons of Anarchy, you know that there's some rivalry between the cowboys and the bike riders.
I said we'll leave.
I don't want you to leave. I want you to dig.
Even though Taylor Sheridan is not involved in this series as much as he was on the main show, the episodes never miss a chance to screw with motorcycle gangs. Yeah, and if that happened to me, I'd be pissed too, lawman or not. And there's just something comical about Sheridan always picking on bikers, ever since his character on Sons of Anarchy bought the farm. It reminds me of the feud Michael Caine's character had in Austin Powers Goldmember with the Dutch.
There are only two things I can't stand in this world. People who are intolerant of other people's cultures, and the Dutch.
What? It's just so random and hilarious. You gotta love it. So all of that combined with a better action, Mo and Thomas Rainwater involved, and the series' attempt for a slower burn, just made this episode the best of the season so far. Will it get better? Maybe. I have a good feeling we're kind of getting somewhere with the show. So let's go right into the next one. A federal judge and her husband barely escape a car bomb and are taken into protective custody by the Marshals. You just gotta love that they're kept in this house with the biggest possible window front, hiding from future assassination attempts, and no way, it backfires.
No way.
Awesome. Anyways, Casey gets a visit from Mr. Weaver, the rancher he saved back on that mountain, and his daughter. Both want to extend an offer to him. The father wants to buy the East Camp, and the daughter wants to be Casey's girlfriend. It's always when you want to stay single and keep your property that the vultures start circling over your head. Oh, poor Casey. At the Marshals HQ, the team finds information that the judge's husband actually leads a double life, secretly smuggling arms for a rebel group operating in Central Africa. So the attack wasn't meant for the judge, but for the husband, who then goes missing quickly after, of course. Turns out, two ex-special forces keep him, and Casey has to go in and bail a guy out. This time it takes a little more effort, since they're on the same level as Casey. Conveniently, we can show here on the graph what that means if you're up to Casey's level. The episode ends with the team getting to know each other a lot better. Goes without saying that future teamwork will get a lot harder if they keep on doing that. So having just watched episode 6, I wasn't too thrilled with this episode. Did it ruin the series for me? No. But it's a big step down from the quality of last episode. The actions of the character didn't make much sense to me. Being military or at least police trained, they absolutely shouldn't keep a family that's being hunted at their house that's basically made out of glass. The episode, and to be fair, this also minus for last episode, felt rushed. I like that they split up the search for the rest girls into 2 episodes, because it kept up the tension, and it didn't rely too much on convenience of the plot. And you have a lot of that in that episode. You don't have to solve a case for each new show. It has to make sense. Also, I thought it was super weird that Andrea would get into her own revenge story in front of the judge's impressionable daughter. We get it, you're a tough cop lady who carries her grief around with her, but don't teach the kids to become the Punisher when they grow up. It's gonna bite you in the ass. Still, the episode also had good aspects. One, it shows that relationships can emerge from their small group dynamic. They all carry around their burden, and the wish for a normal life despite their job. I just want to see them deal with that realistically, that's all. And to be fair, I also like the throwbacks to Casey's view of his dad, comparing the father-son dynamic to the one of Andrea, the father-daughter dynamic in that situation, to her dad, who also got violently taken from her. All in all, this was a rather mixed episode. As always, if you feel different, just let me know in the comments. And I hope to see you in the next week's review of episode 8. Thank you for staying this long till the end of this video. If you liked it, please leave a like, subscribe to my channel, and hit that bell icon so you know when I crank out another video. Stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.